Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Read, Write, Think with Renee. Look who is on this screen with me, my very good friend, Brooke Geller. Thanks for
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Thanks, Renee. I'm so glad I finally got to do this. I'm so happy.
Yes, and I hope it's one of many more. Brooke and I just recorded a podcast, so make sure you jump over and listen to our podcast on Read, Write, Think, and Listen. Brooke and I have been thinking a lot about supporting one another and supporting the leaders of who work with our children and teachers of the world. And really, when we thought about it, is we really are all leaders. We all have a capacity of leadership, even if you don't think that, my job title doesn't officially have leader in it. I think when we're working together with one another, with children or with caregivers, we really are all leaders, whether we're leading a district, a state, a school, a classroom.
That's right.
We're all leaders. Brooke is not only a friend, but a mentor in my life as well. So I've asked her to come and share a little bit of some sage advice for us in our leadership walk. And so, Brooke, I have a Ziploc bag full of sticky notes.
Ziploc bag. Look, I have my Ziploc bag. I've got one also. Right.
Look at yours is a mystery one. I love it.
Mine's a mystery one. That's right.
Brooke wrote the mystery unit of study. So I love it. Okay. So talk to us a little bit about your sticky note. I feel like we need a word for your sticky note window. It's like a wall of peace. It's a wall of, talk a little bit about it.
It's like a wall of reality. Like it's a reality check. When the pandemic started, I, like many people, froze and really had to think about what am I? Who am I? How do I hold on to who I really am as an educator, as a leader? Like, how do I really hold on to me, to who I am in all of this newness around me and everything around me? And because it was really vulnerable, and it's still really vulnerable. I try not to get all caught up in being someone that I'm not. So I sit here in my, it's my home office, but it's like a studio at this point, really. And it faces a window. So on my window, I placed a few little Post-it notes with quick words of inspiration to help me, to help ground me in reality. So when I'm standing in this studio day after day, hour after hour, and I click on the wrong Zoom link, or I can't get into a Google Meet, or I send 200 people to breakout rooms to talk about a video that I forgot to show them. Maybe that happened once. I look up at the window and I look at the Post-its, and it reminds me of who I am, who I really am. And who I really am is still a practical person in all these things that are happening around us.
I love that. And so can you share with us what one of your sticky notes says?
Oh, so good. I don't know. Oh, here's a good one. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. The chart is good enough. The plan is good enough. The schedule is good enough. The email is good enough. The video is good enough. Move on.
100%. And I think that is helping. I have, again, carry your stickies in a sticky bag. One, I don't have cute hearts on mine, but I should make mine, is connection over perfection is kind of linked to what makes me think of good enough as well, is that really I want to connect with you as a person right now and people, and how are we doing as people? Whereas in the past, I might have been thinking about what's the next thing I'm going to say, or I don't know if I have the right color on my slide deck, or I don't even have a slide deck, but thinking about I'm going to connect with you right now. And that's the most important thing, to be present and to connect. And I really appreciate, Brooke, you for many reasons, but the idea of just reminding us to ground ourselves in who am I in this moment? And I don't have to lose myself when it feels like there's a lot being lost. I can keep coming back to who I am and who I want to be and who I'm choosing to be in this moment.
Here's one. I don't need to do everything. I don't need to say yes to everything. I don't need to do everything. I don't need to read everything. This is something that I think helps me and helps other leaders that I'm working with. I share this one with people, especially when you're like in the company of others who are doing a lot of great things. You know, they are really quick and proficient with technology. They know a ton of platforms. They're incredibly smart about, you know, about a particular topic. And I think it's an easy thing to like just be so enamored by all the things that other people are doing. It's like one of the things that I think is so powerful about Twitter, but also at the same time, like scary about Twitter and social media, is that I see so many incredible things there. But at the same time, it's easy to think like, but like, I didn't do that. I didn't think to do that. That's so simple. Why didn't I do it like that? So I try not to think like that. So I keep this in mind of like, I think other people should keep it in mind too, of like, I don't need to do everything. I need to do something, but I don't need to do everything, because I rather do a few things well than say yes to everything that comes on my plate, that comes in front of me, and then I'm not doing some of those things well, maybe because my heart's not in them.
And it's making me think about what would happen if we came at that what if we just framed it differently? We framed it as, I'm going to celebrate you for all you're doing, and I'm going to trust that you'll celebrate me for what I'm doing. And so therefore what I'm doing is good enough because it brings me joy and it makes me smile. And I hope that what you're doing brings you joy and makes you smile as well, right?
Yeah. And I'm happy to name people who I think could do the thing that I just said no to.
And
because they would enjoy it.
That makes me think about how can we leverage the capacity of our cohorts, of our community, of our teams? Because I think the brilliance of what makes a team is all of our uniqueness. And so if we're all in the same lane, I wonder if we could be more productive, right? If we all kind of identified our uniqueness and our brilliance, and we're all moving towards the same goal, but we're all have a different responsibility to contribute to that goal.
Yeah, and I think that we have to, it's important to be mindful of who you ask to do certain things, right? Like, I think that, like, it feels like a thing that could be happening is that the same people are always asked to do the things, right? Like, you go to the people who you always know are going to say yes to you. And then I think after a while, some of those projects, some of those, favors, some of those, whatever it is, like that, it might not necessarily feel like a special thing that they were asked to do it. It feels more like, oh, here's another thing I have to do. But at the same time, that project, that invitation is someone else's entryway into being a leader. So I think sometimes by saying, I don't need to do everything, we actually set other people up to lead.
And I love that. And you were saying our shared love of our mentor, Kathleen Tolan, would say to us, say yes and figure it out later. Right. And so I think by you saying, here's where I'm going to stay and I'm going to set you up for this opportunity, which you may or may not think you're ready for, but let's say yes, and we'll figure it out later together. And that's trusting our team. That's trusting the healthiness and the safety of our community.
Look forward. You have to look forward. Look forward. Even when what comes next feels tiring, exhausting, scary, unknown. And looking forward, the way I look forward is by setting routines and rituals. So I do this to this day. Every Friday, I close up my home office at 6 p.m. I close it up. I just close the door, turn off the lights and everything. I did it before the pandemic. I do it now. I end my work week by cleaning up, putting things away, taking out the things I need for the coming week, and I take out my calendar. I still have a paper calendar. I don't I do keep a Google Calendar also, just because I just do, just to have it, really. But I keep a regular calendar like this, and I create. Look, you too. We have matching calendars. Yours has polka dots. Of course, yours has polka dots. It does. So I keep this planner, this calendar, and I think, what are the things that have to get done in the coming week? Like, what are the things that, like, what are the meetings I have to go to? What are the Zoom calls I have to have? What are the things what are the due dates that are the must-haves? And then I create my schedule for the coming week. And I do that on Friday afternoons. And it helps me clear my head. And then it helps me look forward to the weekend and the week ahead. And looking forward also means prioritizing what really needs to happen versus what are the things that could happen that aren't really all that important.
Sometimes we are tempted to say, I don't have enough time, to which I've been saying to myself, all we have is time. So what am I choosing to prioritize? And just giving myself the sentence starter, right now, I'm choosing to prioritize. I'm choosing to prioritize. This is on me, right? Like, it's my choice.
Yeah.
I think that's been really helpful to think about. So I'm going to partner, I'm going to partner that one with looking forward is, what am I choosing to prioritize? Right now in this moment, I'm choosing to prioritize.
Oh, I'm going to write that down. I like that one. I'm going to add that to my window.
I'm going to add it now too. Smile.
That's it. Yeah.
Right. That's it. And I put the heart next to it. So say no to, if you can, to what doesn't make you smile, or just find a moment in the day to smile. I still do talk to teachers and leaders about goals of, helping kids read and write. But I feel like today I say, did you make a kid smile? That's our goal. And did you smile?
Yeah. Just like, yes. Moving your face a little bit, just make yourself laugh, just smile. It just goes, it goes such a long way. It doesn't take very much, but makes you feel good.
It does. And I'm hoping that these sticky notes You can put them on, so colors make me happy. So
question your polka dots.
Yeah. So if these sticky notes that Brooke and I shared with you, you could borrow ours to start, pick your favorite color, place them somewhere that will make you happy, that you will see them on your clipboard or on your computer screen or on the wall. I carry everything in my life in a Ziploc bag, so you can put them in a Ziploc bag, but let us know what your sticky note is. And share them with us. We'll make sure that in the session, in the notes to this, the show notes, that you have our social media, and we would love for you to share with us your sticky note that is grounding you in what makes you, what makes you brilliant, and what makes you, and that tethers you back to this present moment, which is really all that we have.
It's awesome. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Look, we're going to have like a whole new community of people that we can like connect with and feel good with.
I love it. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
We can't wait to see what your stickies are, and thank you for being you, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thanks for joining. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Awesome.